Welcome to the Intellect Coffee Review with Joel and Daniel. Today we're going to be talking about Flores coffee from Indonesia.
Yeah.
It's really good stuff. And after that we're going to be getting into some really cool insights about Twitter and healthy Twitter interactions that we learned from our conversation with Bryan A Sands in the podcast. We're going to give you a little taste of that.
Today we're drinking this Flores coffee. Yeah. Really a different type of coffee than I think we're both used to. We drink a lot of South America coffees,
Right.
and those tend to be your traditional, really floral flavors and bright and full body type coffees. Some like the ones from Mexico even have like a nutty flavor, but a lot of them in South America definitely have that nutty flavor going for them. So anyway, this is a little different. This one's actually got a real woodsy flavor going for it. I think it
Kind of earthy.
I'm feeling a little bit like kaya berry, not so sour, not so bright as an akaya berry, but definitely got that woodsy fruitiness from it. Definitely a different type of coffee.
Definitely woodsy, earthy. It makes me feel like I'm one with nature when I'm drinking it.
Okay, that's a good coffee right there. You got to take that hiking with you.
Right.
We brewed it in Hario 60, which is I think is my favorite way to brew coffee. I've been doing that a lot. It's definitely right up there with the Chemex. A real clean brew. It's fast. I really like that. It's fast, but it's still getting all the flavor out of the bean. Sometimes I feel like with a lot of the pour-overs, they're really, really slow. And even some of the really slow ones where you would think it's getting a lot of the coffee flavor out, they're not. I feel like they're just, I don't know, something about them is not right. So anyway, we'll be talking more about that, and I want to actually do a comparison with this one and the Chemex brewery, but brewer. But we'll do that in another video. So after this video, you go over and click on that. So that'll be kind of interesting. Show you the different things about their design and how they vary a little bit. And
A little bit of bonus material.
Yeah. But yeah, so we had an interview with a guy named Bryan Sands. You want to go into that a little bit?
He's an author. He's authoring a book on true love and waiting till marriage and the benefits behind that. That's something I think is a good concept. But some of the things that we really got into with him really weren't so much around like the content of his book, but his process, being an author.
Yeah, he's not doing the just only publishing it on an ebook or just on Amazon, but he's actually going through a publisher. Did we?
I don't believe he had a publisher yet. He was still looking. He was still at an earlier stage than that.
Yeah, but he's been working with a lot of publishers. Right. That was kind of cool. So we talked to him a little bit about that.
Right, and we talked about building your audience, and really, because that's kind of what traditional publishers look for now, is for you to already have an audience that they can leverage for book sales, which is really smart. I mean, it's all about audience these days. We've talked about that.
Yeah, if you listen to, or if you don't even listen to it, but if you get the book Platform by Michael Hyatt, he'll talk a lot about how he worked for a publishing company, and publishers are no longer his publishing company was churning away people because they had good content, they had great ideas, but they didn't have a platform. They didn't have this audience, so it's really kind of evolved in that. Some really cool parts about this interview was Bryan Sands talked to us a lot about stuff that he was doing to build that, but it was cool because there was a lot of things that actually happened between us and him. When we reached out to him on Twitter, I've reached out to a lot of people on Twitter, and I get a response that's like they're canned or somewhat, they put a little bit of effort into their response to me on Twitter.
Right.
But then when I re-engage them, they don't engage back.
So it's kind of this superficial engagement that's not really real.
Yeah.
It's just meant to look like they're doing real engagement, right?
Yeah, and I don't know if it's... I think some of them are real and some of them are pre-made, but...
Yeah, I get those all the time. It's like, thanks for following me. Also follow me here and buy my thing and download this. And
the ones that say, thanks, hey, get on my page and retweet me, I'm like, probably a mistake following you, but...
Right. It's like, apparently you're not really offering value here. You're only trying to get from me. And that's never a good It's never a healthy relationship in anything. No. Business, personal. You never want to have... It doesn't create a good relationship to be in a relationship with somebody who's just wanting you to give to them.
Yeah, exactly.
Be a giver.
So Bryan Sands, when we did our first exchange, that's very similar. They all start off the same. Mm-hmm. But he told me, hey, go check out my my blog and stuff like that. And I said, okay. Checked it out. I came back to him. And this is where you respond to them with that, check out my blog and tell me what you think.
Right.
And then you tell them what you think, and they never respond. It's like, I got you to the blog, so that was good enough.
Right.
Like, I don't know. It's to me, it's very annoying. But this is where he actually, oh, thanks for checking it out. And I told him a little bit about our podcast, and he actually went and listened to one of our episodes and got back to me and told me what he thought of it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Huge amounts when somebody says, like, even if they listen for 30 seconds, man, that's, like, huge to me.
Yeah, it's...
They're actually taking the time.
For me, if they went to our website and checked out one of our blog pages and commented on that, that doesn't take very much time, doesn't take a lot of effort. I would still be really appreciative of that. Because I understand people got a lot of things going on. They're being hit by a bunch of different people asking them to do stuff like that. So... that's kind of cool to me. Even I know they got busy lives,
right.
But he actually went a step further, checked out our blog, which means he had to go in, download that episode, or stream it, and that's a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
So right then he started really engaging with us, and the fruit of his labor of doing these things is he gets into it in the interview, but he's been on radio stations,
mm-hmm.
multiple podcasts.
Yeah, not just in one locale, but throughout the country. Yeah.
Yeah. He actually had been on a radio program in New Mexico, so he was telling us, hey, you guys know about this radio station? And we were like, no.
Sorry.
But it
sounds great, though.
I actually did go check it out afterwards, and they're a pretty popular
nice
AM station. So, which, if people are going to listen to talk, they're going to go to the AM. So he hit the target.
Right.
So that's pretty cool. So anyway, yeah. Any more thoughts? I was just impressed with that.
It's a good conversation. We just enjoyed it, and I think you guys are really going to like what he has to say. And just him as a person, we kind of got to know him during the podcast or during the interview, and that's what I really like to do. I like to get to know somebody. It's cool to get some info from them, that's great, but I want to know people. That's really what this is all about. That's the whole point of the actually engaging on Twitter and being present and real in that engagement. And that's kind of the whole point of this thing. Is get to know people, see what you can do. I think you're going to enjoy getting to know him. All right, you guys can check him out on his Twitter feed, at Bryan A Sands. And you can check out his website, everyonelovessex.org. And
make sure you put that .org in there.
Yeah, it's important. And because you will probably get different results if you don't. So check that out. He's got a book upcoming, so you want to get on his list to find out more about that when that's going to drop and all that. It's going to be really good. And check out the podcast. Listen to it. We think you're going to enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely.
Definitely. And check out the other video that we're going to do about the Chemex comparison.
Yeah, So anyway, we'll have all that in the end here. So go ahead and click on those things and check us out. Make sure you subscribe. Thanks again for listening and watching. Because it's YouTube.
You
can watch and
listen, eyes and ears.
This is what happens when podcasters get on YouTube. They say things that don't, they're like, oh.
They're like, oh yeah, there's a camera there.
Oh yeah.
We're talking to a camera, not just a microphone. Sorry.
This is probably the cleanest, best cup of coffee that you can get. It comes with a really nice, thick filters, filter out all the debris of coffee or whatever. But the way this works, the way this really gets the most out of your flavor is it's got this really big hole.